Hey, Rich, if you would, explain a little bit about the module you have here. I understand it blends three technologies, older technologies we've been dealing with for years, but it makes them more efficient and actually makes them work together rather than against each other.
Well, the technologies we're talking about are ones that were highly regarded by the ASHRAE Society. It's an air conditioning society of standards that regulate how buildings are supposed to operate. And the standards that are associated with ASHRAE regard indoor air quality as a very highly valued commodity within a learning environment. We're also looking for trying to do as much free cooling as we can, and we're also looking to reduce the energy consumption. So the three products that were available on the market in the past are heat recovery, which is a simple process of taking heat across one surface and taking it and transferring it to another. A second product that was used recently in the last few years, not quite as successfully as we'd like, is demand ventilation control. And then the third is the ever-present economizer function.
Right.
Those three typically were available as a single component. You'd either get heat recovery, or you'd get demand ventilation, or you'd get an economizer function. And each one of them functioned minimally as far as how effective they performed. The industry really required something more than that to be able to meet the needs of all three of those requirements that I mentioned at the beginning. And so what this product is it's a culmination of probably 20 years of experience and trial and error of products that did and did not work. This product is capable of doing heat recovery, demand ventilation, and economizer all within this cabinet. It close couples to air conditioning units. It provides heat recovery in either the wintertime or the summertime. It provides outside air economy regulation of air volumes with new patented dampers, a new control algorithm for demand ventilation, and an airflow path and configuration that is also patented.
I understand that the system, although not new technology, blends it all, and it's very finely articulated by electronic controls.
That's correct. This box, the intent of this box to be like building insulation. You're looking at something that you want to put it out of your sight, out of your mind, and let it do its job. Well, the box has two moving parts. It has two control dampers with an 24-volt electronic actuators. These devices regulate airflow from one port here into the box. That comes as your outside air source. And then there is a leaving port, which is your relief exhaust air path, which, when you combine the two of them together, creates a heat recovery airstream in the center of the box, which transfers heat from one airstream to the other. So there really is very little in this box to service. It's manufactured to a very high standard. It's double wall with a foam core insulation of an R5. The heat recovery module is a very efficient 60% at design flow and goes as high as 73% on minimum airflow. It provides a very valuable instrument for maintaining indoor air quality, indoor environmental quality, energy conservation, and just total environmental management.
Also understand that it's very energy efficient in terms of smaller unit size required to operate this system, and saves energy to the tune of 25 or 30% as well.
That's correct. There are several software simulation packages that are available on the market. We've used a USGBC approved simulation software package. We modeled a campus of about 95,000 square feet. We plugged in as many of the common values that the software was able to allow,
right,
and we were able to generate total annual savings on an ASHRAE 90.1 building energy standard model of 22% for the total building annually, and over 40% on the HVAC from energy conservation and reduction. The value of this unit is that in most harsh climates, whether it's a cold or it's the hot climates, we're required to ventilate and we have to bring air in. The temperature of those airstreams cause us to have to oversize equipment, because they are going to be what determines where our worst case conditions are. Unfortunately, during the time of the year when you don't have that worst case condition, you're way oversized with equipment. What this module does is it reduces the amount of air conditioning and heating requirement because it intercepts the ventilation airstream energy and it takes it out of the building before it ever gets into the building. The heat exchanger module in this box actually intercepts through a heat transfer surface the airstream temperature, and it diverts it into the exhaust airstream temperature, and then you don't see it at the unit, so the unit size can be reduced. Central plants get a lot smaller, and to the tune of about 40% reduction in central plant capacity, and it's done by heat recovery and by demand ventilation.